is another layer, that is, four realms we discussed in the previous class. One is lithosphere, hydrosphere, second, third, that is biosphere, and fourth, atmosphere. So now we will see here how atmosphere is useful for us, right? Atmosphere is a gas, it is a gas envelope. Dear students, look at this figure, figure 4.1, a picture of Earth taken from about 322 kilometers. There is a thin blue band here. I'll show you. I'm keeping the dots here. This is thin blue band that is between Earth and the black. This is space. This is space. This is Earth. Between these two, there is a thin blue band, that is atmosphere, from figure 4.1. Okay. Atmosphere is a thin blanket covering the earth. So what is present in atmosphere? Oxygen. When we breathe, oxygen we take inside. All the living beings need oxygen. There are many advantages, useful things from atmosphere. Every layer is useful for us, every realm, right? This is when we breathe oxygen, when we breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Apart from these carbon dioxide and oxygen, there are many other ways which makes our life possible on the earth. For example, we see that atmosphere prevents harmful rays, that is UV rays, ultraviolet rays, right, which are prevented by atmosphere. So that is an advantage. And green plants take carbon dioxide which is present in atmosphere and uses the sunlight in the process of photosynthesis. In biology you'll study this one. And we get a delicious fruits, vegetables, grains from the what to call soil, in which nitrogen is deposited by the nitrogen which comes from the atmosphere, right? We get proteins, carbohydrates, sugar, fats, minerals, all that we need to live. So this will come from cultivation. For cultivating we need nitrogen, so nitrogen is from the atmosphere. Atmosphere helps in transporting water from oceans to continents and continents to ocean, right? Water from oceans reaches to the continents in the form of rains. So atmosphere helps here. Without atmosphere, we cannot live here. There are different kinds of rocks through which when water flows and the wind blows, they carry the water, important minerals. That means different kinds of soils are available for us. Red soils, black soils, alluvial soils. These are available because of wind blowing parallel to the surface. When wind blows parallel to surface, what happens? We know that. That is, erosion takes place. So by erosion process, we see that different soils are formed in which different crops are cultivated, right? And we would not be able to enjoy the cooling monsoon rains if atmosphere is not there, right? Atmosphere is a thin envelope in which many gases are present, right? So it is air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere, right? We fly the water kites in the air. So without air, we cannot fly the kites. Birds cannot fly, right? Our flag, national flag, which cannot flutter. This is because of atmosphere, right? So atmosphere is useful in many ways to us. What is atmosphere? It is a layer surrounding the earth. We call it, dear students, look at it, is atmosphere is a sea of gases surrounding the earth. Understand? In other words, we are surrounded with the atmosphere in all directions. How a fish jumps into the sea of water, we are swimming or flying, okay, moving on the earth where atmosphere is surrounded, right? It is a very thin blanket surrounding the earth. Atmosphere consists of 1,000 kilometers thickness. How many kilometers thickness? 1,000 kilometers thickness. This is information we got from NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It is a space agency of America, understand, which has stated that it is 1,000 kilometers thickness. Let us assume that have you seen that this basketball? If the earth is the size of the basketball, then the basketball consists of a thin sheet surrounding the ball that is wrapped, plastic wrapped. So that thin wrapped is similar to the what atmosphere. One assumption is given here, right? So it is atmosphere is composed of gases. Several gases are present in atmosphere. So all those gases which are present in atmosphere will exhibit, will show its properties, right? Here we see that these gases, what to call, sometimes compressed and expands, so that there is no shape of these to these gases. Gas can be stuffed more and more into a small space, right? How do we do in our cycle tube? There are many gases present in a atmosphere, my dear students. Oxygen, which is very important for our life, constitutes 21 percentage. Nitrogen, which is 78 percentage in atmosphere. The other two dominant gases in atmosphere. Other gases which are present are very small in amount. Those are argon, neon, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide constitute 0.03 percentage, very less. Methane, ammonia, ozone, all these are present in atmosphere in small percentages. Dear students, water vapor also is a gas. Understand? It is not water, it is not in liquid status. Water vapor present in atmosphere in the form of gas. So water vapor is a gas. So it is 0.0, sorry, 0.4 percentage. 0.4 percentage of water vapor is present in a atmosphere, and this water vapor, which is a gas, present around the earth's surface to an height of 6 kilometers. Moving from the earth's surface to the 6 kilometers, we find water vapor. It is gas, understand? And sometimes we see the clouds in the sky, right? Yesterday it was rainy. Before it was rainy, there clouds were formed. So the clouds are that in which we find millions of water droplets. When water vapor turns to tiny water droplets, then it forms clouds. So what are clouds? Clouds are consisting of millions of water droplets. Okay, water vapor is a gas, and at oxygen is very important, right? It is a 21 percentage. Nitrogen 78 percentage. Please keep in mind that these are important. How much percentage of oxygen? 21 percentage. Then nitrogen is a 78 percentage. Carbon dioxide, which is a 0.03 percentage, and water vapor is 0.4 percentage. That is 6 kilometers above from the earth's surface. Understand? Apart from these gases, there we find dust also in atmosphere. These dust particles in atmosphere we call particulates, right? These particulates comes from different processes, natural processes. When sandstorms takes place over the desert area, sometimes we see that due to high temperature, some forest burns, right? So by natural forest fires, by our human activities, when we burn something, right? Then what to call pollution emitted from the vehicles, burning of the forest, when we burn the petroleum, when industries release their smoke into air. From all these activities, we see particulates, that is dust particles, also consist of atmosphere. Last 1 minute, it what I am saying it is. So atmosphere is very important. Without atmosphere we cannot live. There are many advantages from atmosphere. Atmosphere is a what a sea of gas. In any way we can define, right? It is a thin layer surrounding the earth. In that way we can say, or we can say that it is a sea of gases. Very important gases just now we discussed. Understand? Remaining we'll see